Hello world, it's your boy DJ, and I want to kind of share with you my way to go from how I get this. I don't want to say scrambled. It's just this incomplete idea I have sometimes in my head, and how I utilize AI to help me craft my message. So I knew that I wanted to create something that was quarterly based, because I had kind of gone through a couple of things where I was doing it a couple of days at a time. I was doing it a week at a time. I even attempted to do a month at a time. At one point when I started, I had a whole year done of pre-prepped emails and whatnot. The thing is, okay, you don't want to get too far ahead of life to have it on automate, because then sometimes life happens and you seem a bit insensitive or out of touch because it was just overly automated. So what I do is I like to just speak, right? Sharing philosophies is one of the things that I really do, because honestly, like, I believe a meeting of the minds is a bridge to the soul. And so I've attempted to share that several times, several places, and a lot of the feedback that I got was, philosophies are great. Do they sell? Technically, no. Technically, yes. Depending on how well you can phrase, set up, or embed your philosophy in whatever it is that you were doing. I personally didn't want to create a bunch of products that solicited my philosophy, just utilized, some sort of psychological tactic as a way to get you hooked on my philosophy by quote unquote solving a want when I was really giving you a need. So that was my thing. It's like I don't want to play the marketing psychological tactical warfare. I wanted to just come straight out and say what I gotta say. That was really one of the big challenges and the hurdles of how I was unable to, find myself freely and just explore, because you start talking about things and everybody in marketing or in business tells you there needs to be a call to action, right? What are you telling people to do? What's the next step? People are gonna get lost if you don't tell them the next step. And I really struggled. I did. I don't really necessarily want to sell to anybody. I want people to have their own mind and unique perspective and really just enjoy, find pleasure in the life that you live in. Because I believe that I've seen so many people say the right things, look the part. When you actually though peel back the curtain, bruh, they are miserable. So that was my thing. Okay. How do I necessarily provide that? And then I also wanted to get exposure, right? Start talking, because, being a speaker is something that I wanted to do. How do I combine the two? So I went in and I use Manus, and it's an AI that I can utilize to tell it to create, custom GPTs for me for specific projects that I want. Then I go into ChatGPT, like, hey, this is the project that I created. This is the way that I want to spin it off. I want to create 13 weeks of content that tell people about this. At first, I was following a script, but to me, it just felt so robotic. So then I got it to tell me what to talk about, and it had like ideas and hooks, and then it was just missing that piece. And so then I finally decided for me, hey, this is the idea that I'm going to talk about for this video. And then I'm going to just talk about it. I'm going to just freestyle and go off my head and discuss that. And so that is the relationship that I started defining for mine. I allow AI to create parameters to move towards what it is that I actually wanted to speak about. I had to continue telling it I'm not caring about SEO optimization. I feel like if you really come in and have a set description on what you want to do, and you build around that with enough hits or content. So my thing was, if you have enough and a big enough content wave to continue to drive interest towards you, because you're excited about what you're talking about and you're continuing talking about the thing and you do it in a strategic way, right? My whole thing is like, can you be free to express yourself the way you want to express yourself? So I have AI tell me what my topics are a long time ago. I came in, I went in, I refined it. And then before I commit to recording the videos, I go ahead and I see, do I still want to talk about this? Do I want to change? Do I want to pivot? What are some hiccups that I've seen? What are some of the bottlenecks that I've found? And how do I incorporate this more into my strategy? And me and the bots, we sometimes talk about it for a really long time. And, sometimes it speeds up the process, and sometimes clarity takes a bit of discovery. And then eventually, I get to a place where the movement is free. I really am unable to move unless there's like this sense of alignment, this sense of like real justice and value for me. And so that's where my back and forth is. Is this continuing to remain in alignment in what I'm speaking about? And me and bots, we go back and forth. You just put it out there. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. I want to come from the space that I want to come from. Oh, make sure you do this. No, that's not where I want to come from. I want to do it from this. And then we tailor it. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Sometimes it's right off the gate. Either way, I'm making the final say because it's my stuff. My stuff, my message. I run the show. They the team. We got to keep it that way. Because sometimes you just know. And when you know, you know. And that's the way I want you to be able to operate and move in yours too. Because the point is to assist us in moving forward. Not to be our brains, not to be our voice, not to critically think for us. It's just a way to bounce our ideas. And most of us don't think critically, or we're afraid to make mistakes. And so it sounds more polished if the bot says it. And truth be told, we don't want to sound like everybody else. It's time to stand the fuck out. For real, stand the fuck out. Because everybody want to be like everybody. And that shit's whack. All right. So do you have fun? Let's do it. All right. As always, I'll see you soon.